Views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
We all get overwhelmed at times. Take a break from your hectic daily life and let go of stress. Personal Intuition host Nicole Eisler is your salvation. Life doesn't have to be a struggle. Together, we are making our dreams come true and our biggest desires become a reality. Nicole will be delivering positive energy, inspiring messages, and inspiring stories from people just like you. This is the Positivity Party Radio, and it's time to get your celebration on.
Well, hello, party peeps. It's official. We are officially here. I'm getting emotional already. I am jacked up. I am so fired up for today's show. We have positivity for you. We have positive messages, but I also have a very dear friend of mine, and she is just, I think, a shining light when it comes to taking the positive approach to life. And she's going to be joining us in just a bit here. Now, you're listening to Positivity Party Radio. I am Nicole Eisler. I am your party host, and we are here on Transformation Talk Radio, of course. Love it here. This feels like home. So just take a moment to my friends out there who have joined the party, and I want you to take a moment. You're going to spend some time with us over the next hour, and we're going to hang out. We're going to have some fun. This is a little more casual approach to talk radio, because when I say party, I'm referring to the biggest party of all. It is your life. I really believe that life is meant to be joyous, right? And we're meant to have this epic experience where, yep, we deal with things and we go through things, but it's all for a bigger calling. It's for this bigger picture so that you know why you're here, you know what you were put here to do, and we're going to enjoy that. We're going to celebrate Big Dream Awakening with you. So I want you to get comfy, grab your beverage, just like you would when you walk into a great old party, you find your spot, and you're here with us. So I welcome you all. Now, Positivity Party Radio really came from this idea. I've been listening to people all around me. And because I'm a highly sensitive person, I pick up on negativity. It feels like you're walking right into a cloud of smoke, right? There's a lot of negativity going on in the world right now. In fact, I actually feel it's one of our biggest epidemics that's happening right now. There's negativity everywhere, at work, at home, in schools. It's on TV. It's at church. It's everywhere you go. Someone is complaining, they're struggling, they're dealing with something, or they're just stuck in this heavy feeling place. And that, again, right, that's not what life is about. So Positivity Party Radio gives you an opportunity to take a break from the daily grind. Come here, join me. We're going to be on here every other Tuesday, and we're going to have special guests, just like my special guest today. And Donna is going to join us in just a bit here, of real people, just like you and I, real people, accessible, approachable, people who could be your neighbor, could be your coworker, could be anybody that you can reach out and talk to that have been there. They've been stuck. They've been up against obstacles. They've had the hardships. But you know what? Deep down inside, they knew there was something more, just like Donna knew. And just like I've known my entire life, like that cannot be what life is about, this heavy struggle. So this is where we leave that at the door. You come on in. We're going to have a great time. We're going to discuss some positive things. And, I love when I go to a party, I love a theme party. I've always liked to plan a little theme when I gather people around. So today's theme goes with Donna's story, and it's really fitting. Our theme for today is obstacles are no match for a dreamer. Think about that. We all have obstacles in our life, and sometimes they feel big and bad, right? They feel bigger, they feel stronger, they feel like they almost sort of take you over. They consume your thoughts, they drain your energy, and you don't know how you're going to get over, around. Well, Donna's going to share her story with us today because she figured out a way to listen to that voice inside that said, Donna, there is more. Just like You have that feeling inside. I know you do. I know it's in there. It gets muffled out sometimes from the busyness of life, right? The daily grind steps in, pushes your dream to the back burner. But you get to come in here. We're going to dust it off and we're going to look at your dreams just like Donna did. And she really took it to the, not even the next level. I mean, Donna just blew me away over the years that I've known her with what she's accomplished and what she's been through. You're going to love her story. And let's think about every dream. Okay, every dream needs fertile ground to grow. And if you don't have that fertile ground, you can plan all the dreams you want, but they're not going to go anywhere. And what does that look like? That looks like having that inner voice telling you there's something more, listening to it, taking action on it, planting the seed, talking about it, sharing it with other people, creating a vision, putting the time and the energy into it and moving toward the light so that your dream can really grow into something that gives you this life that you wake up and say, oh my God, this is my life? Like, I can't believe that this is my life, versus where many people are right now saying, I cannot believe that this is my life. This is it? Really? I mean, I work hard. I care about people. I'm passionate. And this is where I am. So we're planting the seeds today. We're going to take you to the next step where you can expand the vision and you can start to apply the right kind of energy into the right kind of things. And that way you're not caught up in this epidemic of negativity. Look, folks, there are millions of people that are dealing with depression, anxiety, and all that means is that there's something more for you. It's your intuition's way of telling you that you have been put here and called for something greater, and you're just not quite on the path where you need to be. We just need to get a pivot going and get you shifting in the right direction. So Positivity Party Radio is to bring you in, is to share some time together, make new friends, meet new friends. You're going to walk through Donna's story and feel like, I know Donna. Like, I know her. She's an awesome lady and I want to connect with her. And we want you to do that because Donna has some special gifts to share with you at the end of our show today. Now, I have to tell you that myself, I'm a coach and defender for highly sensitive people. Okay, so for highly sensitive souls, that's what I do because I know what it's like. I've been there. So there's a lot of chaos with the emotions, and you might have a lot of passion. You have all these ideas, and you're drawn to all these different things. And then it gets really confusing, and you might not know what step to take next. So I understand that. That's why I'm bringing these people forward to show you this is how you do it. This is to help you keep believing that your dream is worth it. I'll tell you, I talked to a woman a couple weeks ago. And she has a dream. She has a dream of writing a book. And a friend of hers who cares about her very much said, oh, but you've been trying to write that book for 20 years. 20 years you've been trying to write that book. Don't you think you should find something else? Well, here I come in, defender of sensitive souls. And I said, wait a minute, hold it. It doesn't matter. You see, if you have a dream, and I don't care if you've had it for 3 months, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, it doesn't mean that it wasn't meant to be. It just needs time to work itself through. And you have to learn certain lessons as you go through your life to make you bigger and better at who you were really meant to be. And those lessons, though, where do they come from? They come from some of our struggles, our obstacles, our challenges. And when they're happening, it's hard sometimes, right? To keep a clear mind and to stay strong and to feel positive. And there's negative people around you. My son was just telling me yesterday, you know, he's in a new job and he's in a sales position and he's rocking it. He's loving it. He loves that he gets to connect with people and help them. And he's very positive in his approach because all he wants to do is connect with people. But of course, there's a person that he's working with who has this sort of negative, you know, can't handle the rejection. How come nothing's going through for me? Why isn't anything working? And sort of latching to my son, right? Because he's got this positive energy. Isn't that the way it is? When you're in a really good vibe, you tend to attract people who they want to be in a good place, but they don't know how to get there. So they're going to take your energy to do it sometimes. Well, we talked about it. So just stay in your energy because negativity is everywhere, but you got to stay in your good vibe. You got to keep what you have going going strong. Don't go his way. Let him hopefully come around and learn from you and your positive energy. And we also set the intention. We set the intention that he would find his own path, whether that be moved on to another job or somehow was moved to another location or whatever we left that all up to the universe. Said, universe, just take care of this. And my son was going to focus in his own energy and do his own thing. And you know what? I woke up this morning and he had texted me that he couldn't believe it, but this person was moved to another location and wouldn't be working by him anymore. So you see, this is about you staying in your positive vibe. And that's what we're here to do on Positivity Party Radio. And after the first break, I am going to bring in Donna, and you are going to love her. And we're going to talk about, dream maker, happener, spirit. We're going to talk about how to stay in your own energy. We're going to hear from Donna, like what changed it for her, what made her swing it around and keep moving forward regardless of her obstacles. And I'll tell you, this woman is amazing. She had some obstacles from early on, and yet she just knew that there was something bigger and better. And that's what Positivity Party Radio is all about. So we are definitely going to have some fun. We're going to move through a lot of energy today. By the end of the show, I am hoping that you are like, I have to go work on my dream. I have to pull it out. I have to look at what it is. I have to go and do something that makes me feel really good. Because as I said, today's party theme of the day, obstacles are no match for a dreamer. So they are no match for you, no matter where you're starting from. We start now. That's what Positivity Party Radio is bringing to you. Every show, a new guest, a new dreamer, a new story, one you can resonate with and feel like, oh, that feels like me. I get it. They're talking to me. I'm supposed to be working on my dream. So I'm calling you forward. I appreciate you joining the party. And we are definitely going to rock it today with Donna. And I'm bringing her back after the next break. And we're going to have a lot of fun. And as I mentioned before, Donna has a really fun giveaway at the end, but you got to stay to the end. You got to be the last one to leave the party to get one of the free gifts that she's giving away. So that's pretty exciting. All right. So that's the scoop on Positivity Party Radio. Again, I am Nicole Eisler, and we're going to have some fun today. And I appreciate you joining us. And we are going to we're going to pump up your positive muscle. That's what we're going to do. We're here to do that because it is possible to stay positive in a world that seems to be stuck on a little bit of a groove of some negative messages going on, but you don't have to join in that. You can stay here at our party and have a great old time. All right. So after our break, like I said, we're bringing Donna in. We're going to have some fun. Obstacles are no match for a dreamer. You're the dreamers. You're at the party. You're in the right place at the right time. And by the end of the show, I promise you, you are going to feel lifted and inspired and ready to dust off your dream and bring it forward so that you get to be that dream maker happener, just like Donna. We are, and also, if you want more information, who I am, I gave you a little bit of a scoop. You can find me at www.bigdreamawakening.com. You'll find all my information there and how I work with people. And I love to get emails from people. I love to hear about where you're at on your journey. Where have you been? Where are you going? What do you see for yourself? You can email me at Nicole@bigdreamawakening.com. And I would love to connect with you there and just hear from you. So please feel free to reach out and send a hello. And that is how you get in touch with me. And I can feel the energy. I know Donna's getting ready. That's it, Donna. Warm it up. All right, let's head off to the break, and we'll bring Donna back in just a moment.
Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative topics and guests.
Would you like to experience life-transforming adventures in personal expansion and world service? If you do, tune in to learn about magical innate abilities that you can develop and use to make your dreams come true. Joy Elaine is author of the Joy Chronicles, and she's inviting you and millions of others to join her in working with galactic masters, angels, and the Ashtar Command as they assist humanity and planet Earth to achieve their ultimate destination of ascension. For more information about this upcoming event and broadcast, visit joyelaine.com. That's joy, ELAINE.com.
Are you sick of feeling overworked with no motivation? Take a break from the daily grind. Life coach Nicole Eisler is here to provide a healing journey of optimism. Passionate and caring, Nicole is no ordinary soul. Her dedication to helping everyone has no limit. Witness the power of positivity. Tune in every first and third Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific for Positivity Party Radio with Nicole Eisler on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit BigDreamAwakening.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
Brand consultant and coach Jen Morgan is here with Radically Distinct Radio to help maximize your brand's power to produce results. Whether you're a person with a dream and unsure where to start, or a CEO of a successful company wondering what's next, Jen Morgan and the RAD method empowers you to play to your strengths and focus your competitive edge so you can show up in the world as your most powerful brand. Go to jenmorgan.com or call 206-972-5366.
We're back on Positivity Party Radio, and you are here with Nicole Eisler, your party host. My guest today is Donna Haese, and I have never been so excited to introduce a friend of mine. We are talking about big dreams today, awakening your dream maker, happener spirit, because this lady has it going on. Now, Donna never really, her story now compared to then, right? We get to journey with her a bit today. And I was just sharing with her, I'm excited because I get to reminisce with Donna a little bit. And the thing, this is the part where see if there's anything in her story that you resonate with, because wherever you are in life is not where you have to stay. You get to move through your life and be wherever you want. And Donna she never really felt like she fit in with her family. She had some issues, with anxiety and low self-esteem as a child, really having some high emotions, right, when she was growing up and not really understanding where they were coming from. Why do I feel this way? Diagnosed with an autoimmune disease by age 14, wound up marrying a man that was a struggle, right, for many years. And I'll let her share more on that. And it just seemed like her life was really headed down kind of a dark path and no return. But that was only the beginning, because deep down Donna knew, and she was in for a beautiful awakening. She had this feeling, she had big dreams, and she really had a belief deep down inside that there was just more to life, and there was definitely more for her. And that's where her story takes a little spin, because she really had that dream and that belief there was more to life. But was there more for her? Could she find what she was really looking for? So I want to bring Donna forward right now and introduce her and welcome her to the show. I'm really excited, Donna, for you to share your story and the pieces and parts and how they all fit together, because I'm sure there were times for you where it didn't make a lot of sense. It didn't feel right. You didn't know which way you're going. But welcome, everybody. Welcome, Donna, to the show. And I am so thrilled to have you here.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole. And I couldn't tell you that I'm more honored to be your first guest on the Positivity Party radio show. Just honors me that you would want to share my story. And, I hope that even just one person can resonate with my story. And if it can help just one person see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, that will make the whole thing worthwhile.
Absolutely. And even though, so Don and I were just talking, we met back in 2013, and here I am, I'm at this expo. There's lots and lots of people. I'm talking with different people, but I meet this lady. She comes up and we start having this conversation, and it literally felt like everybody and everything disappeared around us. And I mean, there was chaos around us. There were a lot of people at this expo, and we get into conversation, and I just have to share this part. She proceeds to tell me some of her story, and we're talking about coaching, and we're talking about different things. And she tells me she's up to have surgery. And I'm thinking, oh, well, probably it's not a good time for you to go, oh, nope, it's the perfect time for me to get started. I will be doing nothing but recovering and doing therapy. I can't think of a better time to start coaching and working on myself and changing things for myself. And I thought, I was blown away. I mean, there are a million reasons we can come up with to not do it right now. It's not a good time, right? We want what we want. It's not a good time. I was so impressed. I have so much respect for you. And so 2013 to now, a lot has changed and certainly snowballed in the very best way, but I've been watching from afar. And this woman, you just amaze me. No matter what comes up, you're just always like, how do I help people? How do I do another positive thing? What can I do with my positive energy? What can I do with, I don't want to give it all away. What can I do with my artwork? But so take us back before you and I met, right? And give us a little kind of paint. I'm going to use paint the scene, since you're a painter and you're an artist. Paint the scene for us. What did it really look like in the beginning? Those darker days, just to give us a feel of what you've kind of come forward through.
It's actually a little hard to think back that it was very, very dark. And, I didn't know that I was a highly sensitive person until actually not really all that long ago. And so for years and years, I was absorbing negative energy. And, my father was sick when I was young and died when I was in high school. And then, it was, I was the oldest, felt a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. And then, had no self-esteem. And, we'd go out and I would look for the person that looked like maybe they might think that I was okay, but they weren't like totally the worst person in the world to like look at. And I'm like, why would I do that? But that's what I remember doing. And, and at that time, all my friends were getting married. Oh, well, I got to get married, so get married, to a guy that, I thought I loved. I thought he loved me, but it just, there was lots of struggles. But, the absolute most amazing part of it is I still have 5 beautiful, amazing children that give me joy every day, aging from 29. My son just turned 29 last week. Wow. To my baby who was just 9 in January. So, I have a wide range of children.
Yes, you do. Amazing.
But I did end up having to do a lot of that parenting on my own. Dad wasn't one for discipline, and so that kind of fell on my shoulders, and all of those things kind of led to that autoimmune disease, which eventually affected my joints, and then
the pressure.
Right.
And the pressure is going to manifest somewhere.
Yes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And then being diagnosed as being clinically depressed and with anxiety, having my first hip replacement 2 years after my last child was born was like devastating. I'm like, really? I'm like, 42 and I have to have my hip replaced. And
wow.
So there were all those things. And I think the wake up call for me was when my 3 older children started moving on and kind of having their own lives, because basically I threw myself into motherhood completely and utterly. There was no Donna. I was a mom through and through, and there was not self-care. There was just whatever I can do for my children or any of their events or anything that had to do with them. And so when they started, the 3 older ones started moving away, even though I still had the 2 younger ones, I was like, I started questioning myself, like, what's my role now? I'm right. Even though I'm still a mom for 2, I'm like, I'm used to being a mom for 5, and not that I'm still not their mother, but
No, but you're not lost in it either. There's that difference, right? Between, certainly I'm a mom too. I have 2 boys and I want to be there for them. But during the hard, dark times, I couldn't even be there for myself. That's what it's feeling like with you. And right. I'm going to have you hold that thought. We're going to come back. We're going to go off to break here. I want to make sure that we have tons of time to capture this whole story because, wow, already I've heard no Donna, clinically diagnosed with depression and anxiety. Then I heard wake up call. We're going to be back with Donna, and she's going to share the rest of her story and bring us through when things turn to the bright side and the light side and where she's at now. We'll head off to break.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spiritualdeed.com.
Are you sick of feeling overworked with no motivation? Take a break from the daily grind. Life coach Nicole Eisler is here to provide a healing journey of optimism. Passionate and caring, Nicole is no ordinary soul. Her dedication to helping everyone has no limit. Witness the power of positivity. Tune in every first and third Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific for Positivity Party Radio with Nicole Eisler on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit BigDreamAwakening.com.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
Tune in to The Michael Shane Show, the third Tuesday of each month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com and connect with the ascended beings to raise your vibration and manifest the life you desire. Get ready to receive healing through the transphysical mediumship of Reverend Michael Shane and the ascended beings. Visit MichaelShane.com. That's MyChael, Shane.com, and call 425-971-6632 to schedule your full healing session now.
What is a brilliant culture? And how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you design a culture that is authentic, innovative, and successful. Learn how to create change with Cultural Brilliance Radio, the DNA of organizational excellence, and Claudette Rowley. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit ClaudetteRowley.com.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
All right, we are back on Positivity Party Radio. You can't see me, but I was just dancing. I like that little tune right there. This is Nicole Eisler, your party host, and I have Donna here. Donna and I are hanging out. We're talking about her big dream and how it came to be. Of course, we all have this big vision. We have this big dream. We want that wake-up call. When's it going to happen? When is it going to, when's the big event, right? Sometimes we feel like, I'm going to have this huge moment of aha, and everything's going to come forward. And oh, no, wait. Sometimes it doesn't happen like that. Actually, the better way, I'm telling you, the better way is when you go through a process. Dreaming is a process. It's not an event. I want your life to feel like one lifelong dream. And when I say that, I want you to understand that doesn't mean one big event, okay? We're having a party right now, and we're going to wind down in about 25 minutes. Oh, it's going to make me cry, but we'll be back again. But this is an ongoing process. I want you to come back and party with us every other week here on Positivity Party Radio. And Donna, you said something before. You said wake-up call. You said I had a wake-up call, and you were talking about your kids growing up, and during the break, we were talking about you sent me your list and how it even surprised you at how much things have changed in just a matter of 2 years, because sometimes 2 years now doesn't feel like a blink of an eye, but when you're going through it, it can be hard, and it's kind of grinding, and it's tough. So where did that, your kids are growing up, you're feeling like, oh, where is Donna? Like, who is Donna? Right? You said that to me a couple days ago. You said, I had to think about it. Like, who am I? If I'm not a wife and mom, and it's not that I'm not those things, but if I were to just push that back a minute and just stand here with my own self, who is Donna? So tell us, how did that come forward, and what did you hear inside? What made you start just moving these changes? These kids are growing up. Where's Donna, right?
Well, I think it was a big part of it was, my health. That was like huge for me to hear that I was clinically depressed. I'm like, how can that be? I go on with my day. I'm not in bed every day. And it's like somebody told me, well, you're a good faker because, you know what you have to do.
Ooh, a good faker. Now, I have to highlight, I'm going to use that in some kind of blog. Are you a good faker? Because it is, right? How are you? Right. I'm fine. Fine, right? And I want to highlight something you said. Clinically diagnosed, and yet here you are with an amazing story. If you're feeling like that's you out there, I want you to tune in. All right, proceed, my friend. Go forward. Tell us more.
Things kind of started evolving. I started going to therapy, and my therapist has the same kind of viewpoint, like with positive energy. And, so I started hearing common themes from a lot of things, and I started going to yoga with a friend and then start hearing about positive energy there and your chakras. And, so different things that I was doing, I was starting to hear similar words, and those things were making me feel good inside. So those were like, wow. And then I met you. And like you said, it was literally like the whole entire place was gone. It was just you and I talking. And, and I did. I had my second hip replacement, and I called you, and I'm like, this is the best time to do it because I want this. I had, at that point I had filed for divorce, and, that's not something I encourage anybody to have to do, but that was what I needed for myself. And then working with Nicole and having her understand that me being an artist is a big part of who I am. And, I told her one of the biggest things that I wanted was to actually feel like I could have a man in my life that loved me for me, and that I didn't have to pretend to be somebody else, and I could be myself, and that person would always stand there by my side. And I'm going to get teary-eyed because he's
right. I got
with me.
Oh, good. Keep it going.
And Nicole, with all your wisdom, you said, why don't you draw it? And, because journaling isn't something for me. I'm not a writer. And so I drew all the qualities of what I wanted in a man. And literally 2 weeks after I finished that drawing, I met my soulmate.
Now, I remember that conversation. I remember that session like it was yesterday. I said, do you believe that you could find someone that would love you for you? And you said, well, I believe it's possible, but I don't know if it's possible for me. And that was like, it was like the bells rung. I mean, and remember when you were drawing, and I said, I want you to visualize, I want you to put all that energy into that drawing. And I want to highlight something because you said some key things. You said there were common themes. I started to hear about chakras, started hearing positive energy. And I'll tell you, the universe speaks to you in patterns. It will tend to tell you things in threes. You'll notice. You go, that's weird. I just heard that. That's weird. I just heard that. And you were listening. That intuition for you was dialing in. It was helping you really connect with those signs and signals for you. And at that time, your art, you were sharing it. You're a teacher and you were sharing it with your students.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I was like, you're an artist, and you sent me some of your artwork, and I was blown away. There was so much energy in it and so much detail and time, and the things that you would draw for your students. I was a little bit mesmerized. I just thought that was, first of all, the most, at the end of every school year, you draw each of your students their own special drawing. So it's no question in my mind that you manifested this amazing man in your life from drawing your vision board for your relationship. And, there's so much power in that. You didn't just have a dream deep down inside. You put in the work, girl. You put in the time and the effort, and you thought, what if? Boy, what if it was possible for me? So, I commend you for that, because after everything you had stacked up, right, that you could have said, yeah, but look at all that. Look at all those things that have happened. And I don't know, for me, at this point, nope. You said, I like what you're saying, Nicole. I like how that feels. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. Right. And I'm going to see what happens, and I'm going to leave it up to the universe. So you meet this amazing man. And this is where your story gets so fun, because once that, you think like, oh, yay, her dream came true. Nope, it was just getting started. That's all. It was just getting started. She was just getting warmed up. So take us through what happened after that.
I don't know if you remember when I talked to you after I met him for the first time, because we met on a dating site, and we started messaging each other, and then we were texting, and then pretty soon we were talking. Neither of us ever went back to that dating site again after that day. And a week after we started talking, we met, and we just met at a public place. And we got out of our vehicles, and I was assuming I was going to give him a hug, and he grabbed me and gave me a kiss. And I remember telling you, I'm like, Nicole, you're going to think this is weird. And I had tingles down the back of my spine. And you're like, why would I think that's weird?
You remember who you're talking to? I'm queen of weird. I get it.
Yeah. So I mean, that was the start of an amazing relationship. And September 24th, next month, we're going to be getting married.
Yeah, you are. And yes, I'm going to be there.
Yes.
I'm going to be the biggest crier in the crowd.
But, I wasn't, like you say, there's more than one goal. And, I wasn't happy in my teaching position. I'm a special ed teacher, and things had dramatically changed at the school I was at. I wasn't feeling happy. There was a lot of negative energy there, which, was affecting me.
It was challenging. I remember.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm trying to stay, right?
Yep.
It was like a battery drainer.
Yeah. And so I just started applying for jobs, all over, like within reason. And I applied for a job at Sturgeon Bay. And what is weird about it is that my fiance at that time had, and we still do, have a permanent campsite in Algoma because we like to go fishing on Lake Michigan. Mm-hmm. And so the thought, after we started talking about it, the thought of me teaching in Sturgeon Bay was like, oh, that would be really cool because, we like that area,
Right.
And I had a phone interview that went awesome. I went for the job interview. The next day they called, they offered me the job. After, yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. And after making sure that, and my kids, we had talked about it beforehand, my 13-year-old and my 9-year-old. But after I made sure that my 13-year-old, because she was going to be going into 7th grade, that she was okay with this. She's like, yeah, Mom, we all need a change. And she had some issues with bullying and things like that at the school she was at. So I think it was a good move for all of us.
Overall, right.
And, so I made this move. And I went to a school where by Thanksgiving, I had teachers coming up to me and telling me, thank you, we are so blessed to have you here. And I was just like, wow, I never heard something like that before. And
I am not surprised. I'm going to have you hold that thought because we are going to talk about some more. I want to get into some of your, again, where your path has led you now, because Sturgeon Bay, that only opened the floodgates. And some of your tips, definitely some of your tips that you've said quite a few already for those that, are listening. But let's go to break and we'll be back with Donna in just a moment.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Welcome to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat Basile, the host of the Dr. Pat Show, and I am so thrilled that we've created this venue for all of you out there.
Dr. Pat Basile will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
What we have heard is that you want to ensure for us that we keep positive, holistic, uplifting, transformative talk radio on the air. We're excited to bring you the contemporary conversations about Lyme disease.
We promise not to let the light fade on Lyme.
So fasten your seatbelts. We've got lots more to share with you in the weeks to come.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio with Dr. Pat and help keep our mission strong on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Do you want to achieve your goals? Do you want to strengthen relationships with others? Do you want to improve your financial status? Colette Marie Steffen is partnering with Mark Kettenbach to bring you an energetic upgrade online experience. Unfold and develop your full potential. Visit energeticupgrade.com today for more information. That's energeticupgrade.com.
Are you sick of feeling overworked with no motivation? Take a break from the daily grind. Life coach Nicole Eisler is here to provide a healing journey of optimism. Passionate and caring, Nicole is no ordinary soul. Her dedication to helping everyone has no limit. Witness the power of positivity. Tune in every first and third Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific for Positivity Party Radio with Nicole Eisler on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit BigDreamAwakening.com.
Sky Siegel co-hosts one of today's most popular psychic shows, Angels and Answers, with Artie Hoffman, as she communicates healing messages from the spirit world. These messages can be astounding, enlightening, and life-changing. Born with the God-given talent of inner guidance and the amazing ability to heal, Sky has healed thousands of people. Schedule a reading with Sky now. Call 908-500-1474 and visit skyofangels.com.
Are you ready for a game changer? Sarah Westall is bringing you Business Game Changers Radio. Sarah brings you leading experts, visionaries, and newsmakers who provide the best commentary on big issues and cutting-edge innovations. Sarah's 20 years as a business executive will help you think like an entrepreneur with expertise, energy, and attitude. Tune in to Business Game Changers Mondays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are here, of course, at Positivity Party Radio, and I'm your party host, Nicole Eisler. Now, if you want more information about Big Dream Awakening or what it is that I do and how I coach and defend those sensitive souls out there, you can find me at www.bigdreamawakening.com. Of course, you can also email me anytime. Please feel free. I love to hear from dreamers out there who are somewhere along their path at Nicole@bigdreamawakening.com. And of course, we're here with Donna, and Donna has been sharing amazing things about her story. She's been saying just these wonderful little tips like, are you, being a good faker, right? And how her health was so important to her. And that was what really got her attention. It was a wake-up call that something had to change. She followed her passion, applied her gifts. Certainly, we worked through some of that and figuring out what that looked like for her. And I'm thrilled to be sharing her story because knowing Donna for these years and where her energy started when I met her. Now, don't get me wrong. She had a shining light in her that I could feel, but I could feel a lot of kind of almost like ash, just kind of like this sort of smoggy thing going on around her energy. But she herself, her soul was really such a bright soul and had so much to offer and just so much to give. And so to see her today and to hear your story, Donna, and to see what's going on in your life and how you're sharing your gifts, which we're going to get into that in this segment. I'm very excited to talk about what you're up to now, other than wedding planning.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit now, man came forward, relationship. I also know just from being on the journey with you, your relationship with your children improved, and you're now also setting the example in such a different way as a mom, right? We talked about before, of course, we're there for our kids, but you are there in such a different way. You're stepping out as who you really were meant to be, this shining light, this like amazing example. And can you tell us, just because you told me this the other day, what are you doing with your kids as far as, positive thoughts or what is it that you do with them?
Well, we have like a 15-20 minute drive because we live outside of Sturgeon Bay. So on our way to school, we're always, watching the sunset or our sunrise, whichever way we're headed. And we're always looking up into the sky, looking for angels, because another thing that Nicole, you've helped me with, was opening myself up to my angels that are there to help me on my path. And so my children really look for feathers and coins all over the place. we have visuals all over a cupboard or a closet door by the steps where the kids come down, and where we can see what's going on, and we talk about our emotions, and we do gratitudes in the morning on our way to school. And
Love it.
So
Love it.
I want my children, my youngest children, to grow up to maybe not have all that extra weight of all the negative things with them. And I do that for my students at school. In fact, one of my students said, "Everything's positive in Miss KH's room."
Yay! Were you like, yay? I love that. I also, I just said to my son, hey, when you get a hater, because you're so positive all the time, you are doing something right. And they're going to come around. You just stay where you're at and bring them in, say, hey, I'm having a good time. You can come in if you want, the party's open.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I can remember my youngest son, he was still in grade school, and we were driving to school, and he was in the back seat. And I, back then, wasn't as fully aware of all of these things. And I was, maybe a little, quiet, grumpy, whatever it was in the morning. And he said, but we always had this affirmation we did. And he said, Mom, today is a great day. I was like, you little bugger, you're using my stuff on it. You are right, though. You're right. So it's because they're not always getting that message at school. Right. So it's amazing. I love when I hear parents taking the lead and also teaching, hey, here's how to be a really positive person. Here's how to stay feeling really good. You said we talk about emotions. Wow, you talk about emotions. That's amazing. This is what most people are trying not to talk about. I don't want to talk about my feelings. You're teaching them at a young age that, this is actually okay. And it's something that should really be part of who they are, and that it's okay for them to express that. So I commend you, mom to mom, for that. That's coming mom to mom from that one. So, and so now your artwork, I want to touch on that because I love it, love it, love it. So you started.
I went to the land of artists in Door County, and I had the opportunity to enter and was accepted into 2 city artwork projects that they did. I have a bench on display in Sturgeon Bay, and I also have a street banner. And then around the same exact time, I was found an opportunity to become involved with a co-op of artists in Sister Bay. So I have my work in a gallery in Sister Bay. And I've been able to teach some adaptive art classes to like 3rd grade through adult for anxiety, for kids with autism, where they can use art as something to help them with, deal with, their anxiety as a strategy for them to use. And, all of those wonderful things happening. I went in January, to a new rheumatologist, and her test results came back that I was in remission.
Yeah, girl. That's my favorite.
From my autoimmune disease. And so my pain that I was in a chronic pain always is dramatically reduced. I mean, I could go off of all my medication. I used to have to give myself shots, and I don't have to do that. And so
I want to highlight these things. So first of all, to get in touch with Donna, I want you to go to Your Heart's Desire Visualized on Facebook. Your Heart's Desire Visualized on Facebook. Donna is doing something really special for all of you. If you go to her page and like her page, make a comment, share her new page, Your Heart's Desire Visualized, by Friday, August 19th, she's going to pick one person to receive a free consultation with her and do a free intuitive drawing of your heart's desire. And let me tell you this, Donna, you have proved to us, you say, to heck with clinically diagnosed, to heck with medications and this. You have changed and transformed your life in such a positive way. I want to really thank you for coming here, having the courage to share with us some of the darker details. Of course, the fun ones are always fun. But I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, just sharing such great information, and really thank everyone listening for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. I had an amazing time. I hope that you will join me every Tuesday. We're here every other Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Central. Donna, thank you again. I can't wait for your wedding, I tell you. And I'm so blessed to have you in my life. That's the blessing. Now I get emotional. That's the blessing I get in working with amazing people like you, and just watching you get the right to own your dream and to step forward and have all of that amazing joy and success and love and happiness that you and every one of our listeners deserves. It still, takes my breath away a little bit that I get to be in the presence of such greatness. So again, I thank you, and I hope you had a good time. I hope everyone listening had a good time. This is where it's at. I mean, we're going to have more party peeps. We're going to have more positivity, and please reach out to Donna again. And like her page, post a comment, let her know that, hey, I listened to your story. I liked it. Like, comment, share. It's your heart's desire visualized. And I just, again, I give you a big hug and a big thank you for being here. Any last thoughts for our listeners? We got about a minute left to wind it down.
First of all, I want to thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. Secondly, I just want to say it's possible for anyone as long as you believe it's possible. So anything can be overcome. You just need to believe.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing. And if you're struggling on that belief muscle, I will put you through a dream workout and we will have some fun. And I tell you, watching again where Donna started, what she went through, what she faced, and there's always things, there's always going to be struggles. That is part of life, but suffering forever because of it is not. That's not. So, all right, we're wrapping it up. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time on Positivity Party Radio.
You are just listening to the Positivity Party Radio with Nicole Eisler. But the party doesn't stop here. Get more information on Nicole and her inspiring journey by going to BigDreamAwakening.com. There, you will find more information about Nicole and her personal coaching sessions. And don't forget to tune in every first and third Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio to listen.